It is 3:48 in the morning, and this my newsletter is dropping in 3 hours. And I almost forgot to send it. Full honesty, transparency. Part of what I wanted to do this week was build discipline and ultimately habits with things that I want to implement on a day-to-day level consistently that are quote-unquote non-negotiables. And my example for that was this newsletter, how I'm consistent. I show up every week, and I want these things that I want to be doing every day, every week, to be every month, to be, non-negotiables. And so I think that's what jumped me out of my laziness and exhaustion to just get this done. But it's also bringing to my attention how ultimately I had to make a decision and a choice to get it done. And I could have just talked myself out of it, but I didn't even allow myself to. This is what we do, so to speak. I could have forgotten, but it's one thing to forget completely and somehow just let it slip. It's another thing to think about it and be like, fuck, it's fine, we'll just skip this week. And so I guess to me the silver lining in this is, how can I make similar choices with the things that I want to be consistent in at a similar level to this, to where it's just what we do. It's not even a thought, to me that stuff is working on a song a day. I actually wrote it down or typed it, but exercising, I need to dial in bedtime. Short form video, at least 3. Right, we're putting out a song a month, we're putting out a newsletter a week, and a vlog a week. So, yeah. Anyway, that's it. It's not anything. I don't smoke cigarettes. If someone's like, hey, want a cigarette? I don't even think about it. No, I don't smoke. It's the same thing with all these other habits. You got to change your identity. And I say you because I'm talking to myself. And if you're watching this, maybe you as well. But, I think that's the thing. That's the thing. I think, ironically, our perception, because that's really what it is, right? It's like our identity is what we've created it and what we've accepted it to be. Can limit us from growth, because it's like, oh, that's not who I am. And sometimes you need to act like a person you're not yet to become that person. So, and the reverse, by acting like someone, you are your actions and decisions, And so if you change up your actions for the better, you can become someone better, and the reverse as well. Another thing that's been percolating is this idea of entropy, and how, there's a balance of like the universe is conspiring for me, and truly believing that. But also this idea of entropy, dust, and stuff will get dirty, your room will get dirty until you clean it. I think that's how we were taught it in school. And so, yeah, I guess we're I don't know, Chris Williamson had a nice way that he put it. Just been learning a lot this week, honestly. I feel like, learning is not a very noticeable metric. You can also distract yourself by learning, Sometimes you gotta go do. Oftentimes it's about action, but learning is, I'll wrap this up, but it's something that I enjoy because I know there's always more to learn. So I also want to be better about not getting so fucking distracted and just doing the thing. I think part of the issue has been the overwhelm internally of like, what is a priority, you know? There's 50 million things that can be done. So I think, you know, just keep going, keep making progress, and sign up for the process and fall in love with the process. And I'll see you next week. Thank you for watching. Peace.